Imagine walking along the beach on a calm, sunny afternoon when you spot something utterly unexpected. A sweet, playful orange tabby cat, beloved by the entire town, is in distress. She's covered in thousands of barnacles, her once fluffy fur now weighed down and entangled by these stubborn creatures. The poor thing struggles, unable to break free from the bizarre situation. How did this happen? And who will come to her rescue? This is the story of Marmalade, the cat everyone knows and loves. Marmalade, the town's beloved orange tabby cat, had wandered too far from her usual napping spot under the porch of the town bakery. Always curious and adventurous, Marmalade had taken to exploring the nearby rocks, drawn by the glimmering of something shiny in the water. Little did she know, her playful curiosity would lead her into an unimaginable situation. As Marmalade frolicked along the rocks near the tide pools, something strange began to happen. Tiny barnacles, often seen on the underside of boats or ships, began attaching themselves to her soft fur. At first, Marmalade tried to shake them off, but soon she realized she was stuck. One barnacle after another latched onto her body, like a strange and stubborn shell that refused to release its grip. Her sleek orange fur was soon hidden beneath a thick coat of rough barnacles, making her look almost unrecognizable. Despite her usual grace and agility, Marmalade was now stuck, unable to move freely and completely confused by her predicament. It wasn't long before Marmalade's distress caught the attention of someone passing by, a kind-hearted young woman named Lily. Lily had grown up in Misty Bay and knew Marmalade well. The cat was a constant fixture around the town, known for her love of adventure and the way she would curl up on the bakery counter for a nap every afternoon. Lily was drawn to the scene when she saw the poor cat, covered in barnacles, struggling near the water's edge. "Oh no, Marmalade!" Lily gasped, rushing over to the cat. "What happened to you?" Marmalade meowed weakly, clearly in pain and unable to free herself from the barnacles clinging to her. Lily crouched down beside her, her heart aching for the little creature. She carefully touched the barnacles, noticing how tightly they had attached themselves to Marmalade's fur. She knew she couldn't simply pull them off, doing so might hurt Marmalade or tear her fur. Lily quickly assessed the situation. She had to find a way to help the cat without causing any more harm. Lily ran to the bakery to grab some supplies. She returned with a small bucket of warm water, a soft towel, and a pair of tweezers. Gently, she began to work on the barnacles, carefully loosening each one with the warm water and the tweezers. It was a slow and delicate process, and for every barnacle she removed, another one seemed to latch on in its place. Hours passed, but Lily refused to give up. She worked tirelessly, her hands sore from the effort, but she could see the small progress she was making. Marmalade, though initially anxious, began to calm down as she felt the weight of the barnacles lifting off her. Her eyes, still filled with confusion, began to brighten as she realized that help had arrived. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Lily finally managed to remove the last barnacle from Marmalade's fur. The cat was free at last. She shook herself off, her fur matted and wet from the process, but she was no longer weighed down by the barnacles. Lily smiled with relief. "There you go, Marmalade. You're free now," she whispered. But Marmalade didn't run off or jump into Lily's arms as she had expected. Instead, the cat remained sitting in place, looking up at Lily with a gaze full of gratitude. It was as if Marmalade understood the effort that had gone into saving her, and in that moment, a bond was formed between the two. Before Lily could stand up, she heard the familiar sound of footsteps approaching. It was the town's old fisherman, Mr. Thompson, who had seen the whole ordeal from a distance. His weathered face cracked into a smile as he approached them. "I saw you working hard there, young lady. You've got a good heart," Mr. Thompson said with a chuckle. "I've never seen anything like it, barnacles on a cat. But you did well." Lily laughed. "Thank you, Mr. Thompson. I couldn't just leave her like that. I couldn't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't found her. I think we all owe you a thank you, Mr. Thompson said with a wink. Marmalade's quite the town celebrity. You've saved her for all of us. Lily smiled warmly as she watched Marmalade wander off towards the bakery, her movements still a bit slower than usual but full of grace once again. The town would be grateful for Marmalade's return to her usual antics. The next day, the bakery owner, Mrs. Green, put up a sign that read, "Thank you, Lily, for saving Marmalade." The entire town rallied together to show their appreciation. They brought baskets of fish, bowls of milk, and treats for Marmalade, who had once again become the center of attention. Lily, however, was humble about the praise. She had done what anyone would have done for a beloved pet. But she couldn't deny the warmth she felt knowing that her actions had made a difference. Marmalade, who had once been a carefree, curious cat, now had a deeper connection to the people around her. And the town of Misty Bay had witnessed something extraordinary, a community coming together to save something small, but beloved, and in the process, creating an even stronger bond among them all. As for Marmalade, she was back to her usual adventures, but she was a little more cautious now, perhaps a little wiser from her unexpected encounter with the Barnacles. But even as the seasons changed, one thing remained certain: Marmalade would always have her place in the heart of Misty Bay, and Lily would forever be remembered as the one who saved her when no one else could. And so, the tale of Marmalade's great rescue became a story passed down through generations, a story of compassion, perseverance, and the unexpected ways in which even the smallest acts of kindness could change a community forever.